Personally, one of my biggest issues, and actually the main reason that I'm planning to vote for Obama, is women's rights and uh, women's health. Uh, Republicans are largely, cutting support to programs at places like Planned Parenthood. And I mean, even aside from the whole abortion thing, which is very controversial and um, emotional, um, I just think it's important for every woman to have access to things like pap smears and breast cancer screening, which is something that Planned Parenthood provides. And so that's one of my most important issues. Probably not directly a problem. I'm really lucky in that my parents have great health insurance. But if he does repeal the Affordable Care Act, possibly my ability to stay on my parents' health insurance would end earlier, which could be a problem in a couple of years. So yeah, I guess it could be a direct problem. I guess I didn't realize that.
The economy. That's easily the most important issue to me, is the economy of the United States. What do I expect? I'm not pleased with a lot of the economic policies that I see Obama enacting, or a lot of the direction that I feel he wants to take the country. And I think Romney has more of the experience necessary to direct the country in a way that I'm comfortable with. I think so. I mean, I don't know either one of them personally. President Obama used to teach at this university, so possibly I know more about him, but I feel like both of them are good men. But I have a lot of faith in Romney's ability. I suppose with a lot of his experience in the private sector before this, I feel like he has a pretty good grip on what's going on with economic issues.
Well, I think it's the international presence of the U.S. I've always felt that the entire world should have at least a say in picking the direction of the next president of the United States, mainly because the president of the United States bears this huge amount of power that kind of controls at least a part of the future, only because he's the least of the two evils for Obama. But I'm Palestinian, and I'm terrified to what Mitt Romney might do to us, but that's pretty much it.
For me, it's not that there's one particular issue that really makes me want to choose one candidate over the other. I will be voting for Obama. However, what is most concerning to me at this time is the lack of real, authentic communication between the two candidates, between political parties in general. It seems that at this time, what people are most focused on is how can we get someone elected and convince them that the other guy is no good, instead of how can we actually address the issues that we are facing both here at home and in the world. As I said, I will be voting for President Obama in this election.
For me, gay rights and gay marriage are probably the most important issue. After that, I think healthcare is really important. I support Obama's move to socialize healthcare. I really think he did a great job. He came into a difficult situation, and I think he has persevered against all odds.
So for me, there are a number of important issues, but I think the only issues where Romney and Obama differ largely will be the social ones. And so Romney, having chosen Ron Paul as his running mate, kind of rules out, it's a huge demerit for me on the social side. As far as economics and all these other important things, I think Romney and Obama won't differ actually all that much. No, I mean, I don't think anybody is very happy with how the last 4 years went, but again, I don't think the guys will differ that much, and so for me, it's like the social issues are the deciding factor.
I think the main issue in this election is the economy, but particularly for me, I'm very interested in gender equity in terms of pay, and also in healthcare, and I think that's an economic issue as well. Yes, I think Obama's done a wonderful job. In terms of what I expect in the next 4 years, I think it's hard to say because it depends on Congress. I guess I would like to see more progress in the implementation of the Affordable Care Act, and maybe a jobs bill to help cut down on unemployment in the country.
I certainly care very much about the environment and climate change, and I think that there's a very clear difference on that front, but I also care a lot about the economy and trade and justice issues and regulation in general, social policies. So it's not. I don't vote based on one issue. So I think that there's a difference between what, in an ideal world, Obama could be doing on this front and what he has done in terms of the issues. I certainly am disappointed that there wasn't more prioritization around getting the Waxman-Markey bill passed through the Senate and getting some form of carbon pricing made law. But I still, in terms of the choice in going forward, Mitt Romney and the Republican Party completely denies the existence of climate change.
Yeah, so I'm most concerned about which candidate is going to be able to improve the economy, and I think that a large part of sort of sparking the economy is going to be about the tax plan, and what Romney has proposed basically doesn't work out. The math is impossible, and he's suggesting kind of removing all the deductions. He promises not to raise taxes on anybody. Obama's plan involves bringing back some of the Bush tax cut repeals, or repealing the Bush tax cuts, which I think is completely necessary at this point. I think he did what he could. He came into an economy that was a complete disaster as a result of the Reagan and Bush implements. I think that he did, he made some progress in terms of job creation, not enough, and I think that he's been very open about that. I think it's going to take longer than 4 years to get back to where we'd like to be. I wouldn't say that. And that's another reason that I think that Obama is the best leader for us now. His foreign policy sits better with the rest of the world, apart from his. I think we've all been a little bit disappointed by his action in Afghanistan, but no, I don't think that the American image is in a good place right now.